Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Random Call Sign. Welcome to a new video, and today we'll be having a look at Project Cars 2 AI. Overall, the AI in this game is pretty good. You can even change the skill and how aggressive this AI can be in the field. Today we're gonna check out only the skill and how it affects lap times in both qualify and race, and maybe it even changes race behavior. The test will be very simple. We're gonna have a look at 3 specific skill levels. We're gonna start at 80, then we'll go to 100, and then the top 120, which is the ace. For track, we'll always be running an Hockenheim short with the same weather and in the same type of GT cars. We'll be using GT3s. I'll always be using the Huracan GT3 so we can get a good guideline and we can get a good standard going into the 3 difficulties. Things to look for in these types of tests are the braking points, how long they're gonna brake and how far from the apex they're gonna take their braking point, the mid-corner speed if they brake too much, and if they just coast or try to accelerate on apex, and how hard they accelerate out of the corner. And in each difficulty we're going to check out how the AI reacts to the player, in this case to the driver, which will be myself. If the AI is faster, will it try to overtake or not? And if it's slower, will it try to defend or not? For the sake of having a consistent test, we're gonna use only 75% aggressiveness, so we don't have the AI going AWire or not. I haven't tested the AI aggressiveness to 100%. That will be a future test if this one goes okay. Also, for the sake of consistency, I'll be always starting on the back. So that will be in 25th position because we're running with 24 AI here, and I will do the qualify as fast as I can. We'll check out my times against the AI times, then we're gonna restart the session and see how the AI reacts, or how the game gives the times to the AI to each specific difficulty. Maybe the times will be the same if you do the qualify to the end, or maybe they will change if you just reset the qualify. So we'll be also having a look at that. Without further ado, let's go to 80% difficulty. Alrighty then, let's start this at 80%, and as you can see, just simulating the track, or just simulating the qualify is we'll give out a best lap on the GT3 on this track of about 130 at this difficulty level. On a previous session they were able to reach the 29 seconds, and I was doing 127.720 with the Huracan. The Huracan has a current world record of 127.199 for the Huracan. So I wasn't too far off of the pace with a not qualify settings, but in a full race settings, because I'm always using the same settings as I was racing, so I'm not too far away from the world record. But we're not here about that. We're not going to do that today. We're here to test how the AI behaves. So I'm not starting first like you've seen in the video. I'm actually going to start last every single time. I will always try to qualify and then restart the session to see how people react, how the AI is reacting to, to the starts, to the turn ones and all that stuff. The aggressiveness will always be set at 75%, and it's always going to be a really short race over here. We should have more than enough an idea of what's going to happen in terms of pace. Now the pace itself, as you can see from beginning, 80%, it's not hard at all to overtake them. They brake in areas that they shouldn't be braking. And it's 75% aggressiveness. Their fending is a bit on the sloppy side. Straight line speeds, they are definitely going full at it at straight line, but it's gonna be in some corners basically it's going to be their downfall there, or where they're going to be slow. Maybe even some of the lines. We'll see about that. Here it is. Braking points. Braking way too much. Oh my god, I had to run wide because he was in the way. Where's the braking point? It's over here. I'm able to, dive bomb him with no problem whatsoever. His positioning is, well, not good. And his braking point, it takes way too long. I'm once again able to abuse the braking points to overtake him because it takes way too long to get into the corner and to get the car in position. Straight line, I have more speed now coming out of the straight, but that's expected because I had a better exit and a better entry. Once again, I'm running wide here. Need to fix that on the next corner. .129 as a race time. It's actually slow, but it's still faster than the fastest qualify in this race's pace. So again, I'm able to, to abuse the braking point. I could be in a better position to overtake. The problem racing in the eye with such a slow pace, as you can see in tight corners like this one, they stack up a lot. If the tight corner doesn't have a wide entrance like this one and you can't abuse the line, you're probably going to have an accident if you are in your normal pace, and if your normal pace is much higher than the current lineup you're racing against. Oh. Need to go wider there. Okay, they run wide as well. There's good variation here. Oh my god, once again. And their brake, not only they brake beforehand, way too much, they brake midpoint. Once again, oh, this is my bad. I'm able to abuse that braking point like it was nothing. But in this time, I abused way too much. I'm gonna try over here without the crash, side by side. Not too much fuss. Even in a fast corner like this, they're braking way too much.
Fastest second sector. Great driving, mate.
Okay. They take cues and overtake, or they take their position. That most likely that's bound to the aggressiveness of the cars and not so much in a difficulty. I think difficulty is purely lap times. And I think we're going to the last lap if this is not the last lap already.
Fastest lap.
I think this is the last lap. Yeah. Once again, braking point, mid-corner. So the conclusions on this difficulty,
Running just outside the top 10. You're getting there. Come on, catch up.
they are slow coming into corners, way too much. They brake mid-apex almost. In terms of competitiveness, they will be competitive with some slower or newer drivers to the, to this type of racing. They'll be competitive with those type of drivers, but they're not really fast by a long shot. I was able to clock a 1.277 with the stock fuel, which is I think it's 50 liters, so it's not even race trim. Okay, mid-apex, they actually brake too much. They do brake too much, and they are slow on getting onto the throttle, so I was able to get near them. So, these are the conclusions. They're slow in braking. They take too long in the braking area. They take too long to accelerate. And they seem to brake also mid-apex. Let's go to the 100% difficulty. Okay, very well. Now, this has generated some interesting results. As you see, I'm running now. I will be running now at 100%, as you saw from the beginning screen. In Qualify, the pace of the AI is actually faster than the world record, which is really interesting. But if you simulate now the 100%, look at this. The best lap is 1:29.1, so it's 2 seconds out of the best lap they've done on the previous Qualify session. It's the same setup. Very well, let's start this. Corner one, same thing, but that is expected. Corner ones are always hard to tackle. And there isn't a game with good or bad AI that I've seen that corner ones are easy. And because they are still in a train-like behavior, the next set of corners, they'll always be exploitable too. So we're now try to exploit weaknesses, maybe in braking points or exits, corner exits. We'll see how they behave. Corner exit much faster than 80%, that's for sure. He's able and willing to keep up. Okay, he's still there. I mean, it's not that fast. You could still exploit him in braking points, but his corner exits are definitely good, and his braking points aren't as shoddy as before. Hello. It seems that there are two general behaviors, one for Qualify, maybe it's because of the settings, and another one for racing. This difficulty at 80% is absolutely faster. But it's still sort of, exploitable, not that competitive if you want to push some weight around. We're doing very well. No, I'm being a bit of a idiot, but that's also part of the test to see how they react in different difficulties. But I'm feeling that this This difficulty at 100%, 75 or yeah, 75% aggression. It's becoming competitive, and this is more to, I guess, the mid-level player. That will be the bulk. Oh my god, see this? This is good. So it was exploiting. It was exploiting my slow breaking point. That's good. That's nice to find out. It means I need to be on my toes. So it will give the bulk of the players a good race. And you do need to get your times right. You need to get your times correct and everything. Make good laps. They break deeper. They break deeper into the corners. Okay, I wasn't that close to him. I wasn't able to exploit his position because his exit is better than at 80%. And his entry is faster too. Can I, no, I can't. He's able to skim by, no problem. I guess their issue is more mid-corner speed. I'm able to carry a little more speed into the corners and speed in mid-corners depending on the corners, because in this track I have really visible issues. Okay. Oh, this is dirty. This is real dirty from my part. Oh, lock tire. Lock tire. They were able to avoid me. So I'm already doing faster laps than I did in qualify. That's interesting, but also expected. The setup is the same as the qualify, though I won't be using all the fuel. This is the slowest I am in this track is in this corner. Okay. Okay. Oh, so wide. Okay, conclusions for 100%. I can see there is some qualify weirdness here because I've done 2 restarts and was able to see that in running speeds when you're competing against them. And they are able to do full laps without simulation mode. They are really fast. They're really fast. They are so fast. They are faster than the current world record, which is something that was already shown in the Project Cars subreddit. There was a post there, somebody complaining about the same thing, and he was the guy holding the current world record. When you roll the dice, well, sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're slow. And racing speeds, 100%, man, they're not really that fast. Give it, you can really see over there the first position. So they're really not that fast. They are competitive and you can learn from them, but you know, if this was like a 20 lap, a 20-minute race, I would finish first. So this is just a 7-minute race. But yeah, I would finish first because I'm running like 7 seconds behind, and the gap would get smaller and smaller. My best lap is 1:28.2, and their best lap is almost a second slower. So you know, do the math, and I'll be in first in 7, 8, 9 laps. Let's go to 120. Well, 120% is yielding very interesting results. As you can see, they're doing 124 trees, and this is on, you know, on a restart with skipped session, and their times are similar to the times they've done in a full session, but in a full session there were more people that were pulling 24s. So they're really fast. That means they're 3 seconds faster, almost 3 seconds faster than the current world record, which probably means the world's current record is slow, very slow. Very well, let's start. They're much faster in the start. Turn 1. Still the same confusion, and they can be exploited. Turn 2 with the confusion, I guess they can, you know, be dive bombed. Oh my god, this was lucky. Okay, the slower guys are, yeah, they can be exploited as well. When there's confusion, they will be, you know, they'll be careful. We're able to pick up a few positions, 5 or 6, in the first lap. The AI is so much faster than me in this corner, so they're able to get much more energy out of it. Crap. Follow his line. He gets out of the corner much faster too. Do I need to go to first gear? Okay, he's able to use his brakes so much better. Having massive understeer with this setup. Here he goes. Another attempt, overtake attempt. He went really inside to do that. Here he is. He was on the inside, definitely. I have the wrong setup for the car. I'm wasting too much energy in the corners, and you can see the tires, you know, smoking up. Now, at 120%, this is definitely a humbling experience. You need to get your, you know, your game on. Because they're not easy at all.
That's your best split time in Sector 2 today. Think about defending from that guy behind.
I don't need to. Well, if I could do it separate and differently, I would activate the LSD, because it's smoking out of corners. And this is one of the reasons I can be faster around here. But I'm doing 27s still. And they're doing maybe low 27s or high 26s. Which tells a lot. Now I have to defend. There's no way whatsoever I can pick them up because I don't have the skills for it. If I had to wager my correct level of skill for this game, it will be at 110%. It's probably where it would be, you know, the AI would be at roughly the same pace that I am. Oh, I have to defend against this guy again. He's still there. Setup is all wrong. Yeah, I'm smoking come out of that corner. Oh, that's still a 120. Oh no, it's 28, not 1. It's not that slower. But you know, I'm not getting any nearer to these guys. First gear doesn't work here. There's no reason to change the basics now. This is I test, not, you know, test my skills or lack of thereof. Yeah, I can really feel that tire dragging. And he still has more. Oh my god, he hit me. He has more energy out of that corner. Okay, and that's 5 laps done. My conclusions. Well, this is interesting to see. The best laps on 120 aren't really that different in the qualifier or race. On 100% and 80% they changed quite significantly. Well, a second. In here it's about half a second. They're more consistent and they're consistently faster. So, my conclusion is 80% is okay for, you know, if you want to start to become more competitive. 100% is great even to test your skills, but that it's 120% that everything goes, you know, you really have to do your best to get in front, because as you can see here, there's really no way I could keep up with some of these times. I'm probably the slowest guy around here. I have the slowest time altogether. Everybody else is doing like 127.2s. They outrank me by a lot. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time. Bye!